What's going on, everybody? C4 here. Welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year 2020. One of those two. We are here. We're in the brand new year, and I figure what better day to get through a hangover than a team that's already made the big change to their coach. They're the first team to jump out in front, and that is the Washington Redskins, who have signed Riverboat Ron Rivera. We actually haven't really done our style of rebuild for the Redskins yet, so it kind of made sense. We did a rebuild, a collab with Bengal. If you haven't seen that Redskins rebuild, go check that out. But that was more so we just used automated draft classes and stuff like that. Did a bunch of trades. It was a different style. So we're gonna hop into a more traditional C4 style rebuild here with Riverboat Ron. That's as close as we can get to him, I guess, appearance wise. But looking at the Washington Redskins, I mean, we're gonna have an immediate goal. I would like to try to keep it realistic as possible. So we're moving to a 3-4, from a 3-4 to a 4-3. The rumor is that they're going to sign Jack Del Rio alongside Riverboat Ron. Ron Rivera's played 4-3-3-4 throughout his head coaching career. More so, Del Rio's been in a 4-3, so that's something that's already interesting. But look at the offense. We got Dwayne Haskins. He's going to be our starting quarterback, hopefully our franchise quarterback. I mean, there's some pretty bad contracts here. We don't need a lot of on-hand salary right away, so we'll see. Just, you know, there's no, you got to eat the dead money on that deal unless we can. There's no way. We're just gonna have some ugly contracts for the time being. Running back, we got Darius Geis. He should be our guy, the guy. I mean, there's a bunch of other players here: AP, Chris Thompson, Bryce Love, but it's mostly gonna be the Darius Geis show. Wide receiver, we have Scary Terry, who's an 81 hidden dev trait, which is great. The last time we did this rebuild was before the roster update. He was still like a 76 normal. Paul Richardson's not that great. He's 27, but he's still kind of talented. But outside of that, man, Steven Sims is kind of broke out. We got Kelvin Harmon, Trey Quinn. I'm probably going to go Scary Terry and Richardson, and then I might take someone like Steven Sims, who's really had a nice season as I think it was a UDFA out of Kansas. I may get him our slot, and we'll see if we can develop him into a potential starter long term. Tight end, we got Jordan Reed and Vernon Davis, two of the oldest unreliable starting pair tight ends in the National Football League, which pays me to say it doesn't look like we have the future of the tight end position on the roster. So we're going to need to assess that and address that during the draft. Trent Williams, at least in our world, wants to play for us. I mean, maybe the appointment of Riverboat Ron, a new culture, might bring him back. I think the bridge has been burned. He's either going to retire or get traded in the offseason. But for this rebuild, we're going to hold on to him. Flowers, just, you know, all right. Roulier should develop and be consistent enough to be our starting guard for the remainder of the rebuild. Scherf at guard, solid. And at right tackle, Morgan Moses is meh. You know, we're going to have to do an overhaul for this offensive line a little bit. Kind of more so spot duty. So now that we're switching from a 3-4 to a 4-3, we just got some odd-looking players. Really, it's Matt Ioannidis at left end and Ryan Kerrigan at left outside linebacker. I'm going to try to trade both of them because there's a certain player I hope we can land in the draft for a defensive end. But you know, 305. He's just not. He's a D tackle, and you know, we got Montez Sweat will play defensive end. He's a great fit for that. Inside, Deron Payne and John Allen. I mean, we could you just only use 3D tackles because Matt Ioannidis would be a pretty nice looking defensive tackle here. He's 25. You know, that could be a gamble. Who's going to be ahead, him or John Allen? I don't think he has a dev trait, does he? He does have a star. Well, we're going to try to trade him, see what the market is. Same for Ryan Kerrigan, because Holcomb does develop fairly nicely in Madden as an outside linebacker. You got Reuben Foster inside, Sean Dion Hamilton outside. I feel comfortable in the fact that all three of those linebackers in a 4-3 could develop, and we might not have to, you know, address this position in free agency or the draft. In the secondary, Quentin Dunbar, Pro Football Focus darling this year, converted wide receiver, used to be a wideout and return man for the Gators. He's kind of solid, but also he's 27. That's not a great age. Norman is, you know, washed at this point. We're gonna have to get corner. I love Jimmy Moreland. If you watch any of my draft content last year, I said he was my sleeper. I actually don't know how well he actually played. I know he got some snaps this year as a rookie with the Redskins. But anyway, there's no long-term 5-year rebuild corner on this team, so we have to fix that. And then maybe that's where we try to look at trading Kerrigan or Ioannidis to see if we can get a couple depth corners here, because I mean, none of these guys are really even going to develop. Free safety, we have Monte Nicholson and White Lightning. Shout out the Pink Slips, Troy Apke. But Nicholson, I have seen him go up in dev trait. Safeties, if you have like an okay young safety, there's a chance year 1, year 2 that they do pick up a dev trait and you can just use them for the rest of the rebuild. And then we got Lana Collins, who's really solid. And also, because this guy's a dirty piece of shit, got to go ahead and release Shazier Everett. And special teams, generally speaking, for the Redskins is fairly solid. So let's try to see if we can get a lineman, maybe most certainly a corner for Matt Ioannidis and Ryan Kerrigan, and then we'll jump into the rebuild. So our first trade, we send Ryan Kerrigan to the San Francisco 49ers for corner Ahkello Witherspoon, a third-round draft pick, and to make it work for the salary cap, we had to take and eat Garrett Selleck, the least famous brother Brent Selleck, the least famous of the Selleck brother tight end duo. But there we go. We got one really nice looking corner with some upside. And you never want to deal with the devil, but New England has the most depth in the secondary, so we had to send Matt Ioannidis, Vernon Davis, and a 4th-round pick to New England for corner J.C. Jackson and a 2nd-round pick. And the last little piece of business to add to that Cleveland Browns super team, we're sending them Josh Norman, a perfect personality for that locker room, for another 3rd-round pick, trying to acquire a lot of mid-round picks just in case we need that extra ammunition to move up in the 1st round for the 2020 draft. We're not even at midway, but we get our first win and a breakout. We put Steven Sims in the slot, assuming something like this would happen. So he went from normal to star, 20,000 XP, well on his way, along with Terry McCary. What's his name? Scary Mother. I can't swear because I don't want to get demonetized. McLaurin, and that's 20,000 XP. We got future. We got 2-headed wide receivers. That's awesome. So midway point of year 1, 2-7, right on the mark. Bottom dwellers in the NFC East. Contracts, so we start off, we got Scherf, really solid guard, can probably even slide to tackle if we really wanted him to. We'll give him a 4-year deal, $43.5 million. Of course, he wants a little bit more money. Outside of that, though, there's no other players I'm even worried about re-signing, but we definitely will come back and renegotiate with Scherf. And at the end of year 1, we were terrible. 3-13. Number 1 pick. It's kind of what we wanted. Really, really close, though. Week 16, it was the 3... and like whatever the hell we were, 3-12 in the 3-12 Giants, and or 3-11, yeah, it was a battle of 3-11s, and luckily the Giants won 2 in a row to get us that number 1 selection, which I needed a top 3 pick. We had some depth trades, so like I said, Scary Terry, superstar. We got Sims from normal to a star. He's up to an 81 overall, which is great. On the defense, we had a dev trait increase during the season for Reuben Foster, who went from normal to a star. And I think that was it. I know Hamilton and I think Nicholson had some scenarios that we failed to achieve. But the fact that we generally I only had to hop in for Steven Sims, that was pretty good. Looking at our stats on the year as a rookie, Dwayne Haskins, that's actually not that great at all. 3,700 yards, 25 touchdowns, 17 picks, 60% completion percentage. We got 850 yards, 2 touchdowns from Darius Geis. Receiving, we got 66 catches, 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns for Scary Terry, 802 for Reed. The Devil, 666 for Steven Sims, which it actually wasn't too bad. Look at the defense. Reuben Foster, 108 tackles, 3 sacks on the season, 5 sacks. John Allen, 13 TFLs, 12 TFLs, 4 sacks from Payne. That's really good production from our D tackles. However, definitely Montez Sweat, what is going on? No sacks. He did get a lot of tackles for loss, but gotta be better than that. 2 picks for Dunbar. J.C. Jackson had an interception, and Witherspoon. So the 2 players we actually traded for, Witherspoon's up to a 79, and he's 25, and J.C. Jackson's up to an 84, and he's 24. So that's a lot better for the team going forward than, say, Matt Ioannidis, who was out of scheme, and Ryan Kerrigan, who was out of scheme and kind of old. Quick look at the yearly awards. MVP went to Matt Ryan. I don't think we're going to have anyone. Offensive Player of the Year, Matt Ryan. Defensive Player of the Year went to Luke Kuechly. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Kyler Murray. Dwayne Haskins is your runner-up. Love seeing him. Love that glitch, huh? Don't you just love that glitch that's been in Madden for like 5 years now? Scary Terry coming in at 6. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Tavai. Cole Holcomb at 6. So, I mean, we had some good success for some of our young players. We got a high pick to go out and get a guy that I really want to bring in. And, yeah, let's get into year 2. So in free agency, we made one kind of decent signing. Not enough to really break a segment about, but we got Corey Littleton, the linebacker from the Rams. He's going to be left outside linebacker, pairing him with Cole Holcomb and Reuben Foster. But now we are sitting here with the 1st overall pick. The Redskins have the 2nd overall pick in real life, but this is going to be the selection. Chase Young, defensive end from Ohio State. I think this is who they're going to draft in real life. He's too good of a talent for them to pass up, especially with Ron Rivera, Jack Del Rio, both defensive guys getting a freak like this. It is a home run. 81, number 1, true talent in the draft. Great pick for the Redskins. So Going to the rest of our draft class, you saw Chase Young. We got Jedrick Wills, the tackle of Alabama. It's almost a meme at this point. Washington's basically Alabama and Ohio State in the NFL. But Wills, he's either going to play tackle. He can take over for Morgan Moses. May have to play Matt Garrett as a rookie. Third round, we got Xavier McKinney, another Alabama player, strong safety. We're actually going to move him to free. He has a hidden dev trait, but Nicholson did not hit with that dev trait, so a little bit more flexibility with McKinney. We got Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver from LSU. Big-time playmaker, could very well emerge as our wide receiver 3. Jalen Johnson, the corner from Utah, 70 overall. Does he have a hidden dev trait? Just normal dev. We got a lot of good, talented players. Not a lot of dev traits, just 2, I think. I think Will's actually had one, yes. So 3 dev traits, but it's all about getting Chase Young and building him as the face of the defense for the last 4 years of this rebuild. Coming out of the bye here in year number 2, we've already hit a dev trait upgrade for Justin Jefferson. He's gone from normal to star because we have him playing in the slot. And here's another scenario for him to go from star to superstar in a rookie year. I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna hop in and try and get him that ability because, you know, it kind of just makes sense because how good he actually is with LSU and how I have yet to update my draft class. But we're 4-3, second in the NFC East. Looking pretty good, 85 overall. Contracts. So Trent Williams just doesn't regress. So we have nothing at offensive line. We're going to make sure we retain him. J.C. Jackson, we didn't trade for him from New England just to let him walk. So we'll get him locked up. Reuben Foster has been really nice for us at middle linebacker. We'll get him locked up. Witherspoon, same thing goes for him. That's not a lot of money. And we just brought him in. We don't want to let him. Groulier at center. We could probably, that's actually kind of a lot of money for a center, but we'll get him locked up. Moreau, 76, wants 7 points. Yeah, we'll come back and negotiate for Witherspoon. I don't want to let him walk just yet because, you know, he's probably going to keep developing. 83, 84 come year 4, year 5. That's still pretty damn good for, you know, a little bit more than what I'd like to pay, but we'll come back and renegotiate with him. At the end of year 2, I mean, it still is a work in progress. Bottom in the NFC, it's not where you want to be, but 6-10. We've doubled our wins from a year ago. We're still going to have a decent pick here to land. I'm just using the Madden draft classes right now. I'm not really happy with my 2021 draft class, but I mean, we're developing. We're in 86 overall. In terms of dev traits, I actually missed out on the Justin Jefferson one, but he still went from normal to star throughout this season. Darius Geis has gone from star to superstar. Nothing for Haskins, which has been a little frustrating because he's the most important player really on the offense. Wills, who we drafted out of Alabama, came with a star dev. He had a hidden when we drafted him. Looking at the defense, we had a dev trait for Littleton, our lone free agency signing last year from coming over from the Rams. He went from star to superstar. Chase Young, our first round pick, number 1. Superstar X Factor, which I'm not surprised at. Why isn't it triggered though? Oh, yes, it is. There we go. Your defense has no X Factor ability with zone. That makes no sense. Why shouldn't that work? Shouldn't he have Unstoppable Force enabled? Does anyone know why not? Do we have to have like a different scheme to get Unstoppable? That makes no sense whatsoever. But either way, I guess that's another thing that's just broken in Madden, unless I'm just missing something that has been there for quite some time. McKinney, hidden dev trait, emerged as a 76 star. So, I mean, it's a nice-looking team. We're going to be strong next year. I think year 4 is when we can really start to expect to contend. Dwayne Haskins, better. You know, he had 17 interceptions last year. Now he's down to 6. Running the ball, 1,100 yards, 13 touchdowns for Geis. Really, really good year. 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns for Scary Terry. 850 and 5 for Sims. 704 from Jefferson. I will take that. Defensively, 146 tackles, 12 TFLs, 4 sacks, Reuben Foster. That's huge. Interceptions are down for some reason. Definitely don't want 2.5 sacks from Chase Young. You never want to see that. McKinney led the team, the rookie out of Alabama, with 2 interceptions. Yearly awards MVP went to Baker Mayfield. In the NFC Offensive Player, they went to Mitchell Trubisky. Defensive Player, they went to Aaron Donald. Reuben Foster coming in at number 2. Offensive Rookie, they went to Charlie Brewer. Wow. Surprising. Justin Jefferson at 5. Defensive Rookie, they went to Grant Delpit. Xavier McKinney coming in at number 2. Chase Young at 6. Evan Weaver at 7. But my God. I've yet to have a rebuild. I think we've used Chase Young in like 2 different rebuilds before this, and I've never had him play well. I don't know why. But, yeah, let's get into year 3, and hopefully we can get some sacks for Chase Young in particular. We passed on pretty much everyone in free agency. I didn't make a single signing. We just wanted to get to this Madden-generated draft class. and it treated us very well. In the first round, we got Ricky Gilmore, corner from Ole Miss, 76 with a hidden dev trait, 95 speed. Guy looks like one hell of a player. Second round, Josh Sutherland, number 2 in true talent, 78, no dev trait, but this guy is a plug-in play right away at tackle. One of the best tackles I have seen. He's probably going to play right tackle, and then we can keep Wills at guard. We needed a tight end. This guy here, second round, not great. Just wasn't a good draft class for tight ends, but still, it's not. There's some upside there. Fourth round, we get Tavon Weber, 71, hidden dev trait tackle out of Colorado State. Moreland, a 67 corner. We got 72 fullback, 70 tackle to finish out the draft. My God, I love you, Madden generated draft classes. Let's get into year 3. Who's our team is into year 3? 86 overall, fairly successful so far. Really, everyone outside of Dwayne Haskins I've been impressed with. Jefferson, yeah, all those wide receivers developing nicely. Scary Terry's a 92 overall. I expect guys to hit the 90s this year. Changes on the offense, though. We have Sutherland. Second round pick will be starting at right tackle. We drafted a fullback. I mean, you know, show love to the dying position. On the defense, no changes to be had. Gilmore, our first round corner, will start at slot. Xavier McKinney's up to a superstar, which is dope. Reuben Foster's up to a superstar. Really, really good looking linebacking core here. But for the love of God, can Chase Young get some sacks in his second year in the NFL? Come out of our we are not good. 1-4. If I remember the rebuild with Bengal, I don't think we made the playoffs once with the Washington Redskins. And I think it's that quarterback under center. It's the common denominator. But looking at free agents here, we have Darius Geis off the rip, who actually this week got a dev trait scenario to go from superstar to superstar X Factor. Even though I don't expect him to hit that, we'll come back to the table for him. John Allen, we'll see if we can lock him in until he's 30. Steven Sims is our dude. Give him a 5-year deal, $50 million. That's probably it. Yeah, we'll come back to the table for Darius Geis, and then the rest of these guys, goodbye. So that was just the worst year of all time. We won 4 in a row. To close the season, go 5-11 to play ourselves out of a really good draft pick. Oh my God, we would have, like, even if it was just reading, we would have had the number 1. We should have had like 2-3 wins at the most, and then we won 4 in a row to finish 5. And was it 5 in a row? Let's see this, just to show you the ridiculousness. Let's see. 1 win at week 10. Yeah, we won 3 in a row. Sorry, that's so annoying. Okay, I mean, our team's, I don't know. We're in, like, really, really good. 89 overall. Dwayne Haskins is not even playing that bad. What is going on? We have an elite run game. Geis is phenomenal. We have stacked. Our wide receiving core is stacked. Justin Jefferson, 85 star, he's 23. Steven Sims, 87 star, he's 25. Scary Terry, 94 superstar, he's 25. What is going on? Our offensive line, they're not even giving up sacks. Like, that is really good for, like, total sacks. That's how much, like, some of my tackles when I actually play my franchises give up in a single game. Defensively, Foster, 102 tackles. No sacks. We're just not getting sacks. We're not getting after the quarterback. We have the number 9 offense. I gotta fix the defense somehow. I don't know if I gotta change the playbook up or whatever. Deshaun Watson is your MVP. Cole McDonald is your offensive player of the year, because we know how cheesy that Chicago Bears playbook is. Darius Geis, number 4 for offensive player of the year. Defensive player of the year went to Aaron Donald. Our fullback, shout out to our fullback making the list. Gilmore, our third string or slot corner, whatever you want to call him, was runner up. And for individual awards, Darius Geis is your best running back. He might go from star to superstar. That would be pretty dope. Because he's got a dev trait scenario triggered like 3 times and is yet to hit it. But I don't know, man. It's like, what can we possibly change? Like, we can't switch to like a 3-4 or anything like that. Maybe just defensive playbook. Ron Rivera's not good. Like, what is the best? Like, what team always has a bunch of sacks? Like the Rams, maybe? Maybe they're 3-4. We'll go, let's try, It was a good 4-3, an aggressive. Let's go Kansas City Chiefs, okay? Let's just try something different. Because Ron Rivera is also part of that Andy Reid coaching tree. I could get just foolish here. And, I mean, there's Lamar Jackson, Baker Mayfield. Both these quarterbacks are there, but let's just, you know, I don't want to be too overpowering of a move, but Jair Alexander coming in and help solidify the secondary, get this defense up from 17th ranked would be a big get. After landing Jair Alexander in free agency, getting for year 4. I wanted a tight end, but we got the insurance policy here. Lloyd Vogel, the quarterback. I'm going to give Dwayne Haskins 1 more year. If he doesn't put it together, we're going to go with the young quarterback in year 5. Looks pretty decent, 6'3", 228 at South Florida. 75 hidden dev, 89 throw power, very accurate. That 88 short accuracy out the break looks pretty goddamn good. We got a 69 D end here, 3rd round, 70 overall guard, Sanders from Ohio. Rest of the draft, I wasn't a huge fan of it. It is what it is. We got our quarterback, maybe at least a insurance policy. That's how we should view it for year 4, year 5 in Vogel, in case Dwayne Haskins doesn't start performing. And no tight end after letting Jordan Reed go, so we had to go work the waiver wire. Very, very reasonable deal for us. It worked out in our favor. Kelvin Harmon, our 4th wide receiver, 77 for Dawson Knox of the Buffalo Bills. Sure, why not? So year 4, we're still an 89 overall, 91 defense after bringing in Jair Alexander. Starts changes on the offense. We brought in the quarterback, maybe put a little fire on the ass of Dwayne Haskins. Geis is gone to a superstar X Factor after winning running back of the year last season. He's wrecking ball. He's a beast. Weber, Tavon Weber, who was I don't even know when we got him last year. Hidden dev tackle, late round pick. I think he was when did we even get this guy? I'm straight up oblivious, but he's a superstar lineman. I have no idea where and when and how we got this player, because I did not see a hidden dev guy, but sure. Hell yeah, we'll take that. Defensively, like I said, we brought in Jair Alexander, big money free agency signing. As far as dev traits, no other big ones, except Gilmore is also a superstar. One hell of a draft will make him our corner 3. This team is stacked. Why haven't we won more than 5-6 games? If we don't get at least 8-8 this year, Dwayne Haskins is gone. He's not going to be our quarterback of the future. So coming out of the bye here, year 4, so close to benching Dwayne Haskins. If we hit, as soon as we hit 8 losses, I'm going to the other quarterback. I'm telling you right now. So he better go 10-6, 9-7, or the other guy's coming in. Why is it such a struggle with this? He has got to be, I'm telling you right now, if we can't turn this around, Dwayne Haskins is the worst sim franchise quarterback in Madden. This is how many times have I failed with this goddamn guy? Contracts. So Scary Terry, unreal development for him. Okay, he wants a little bit more money. That's fine. Deron Payne, give you a nice 5-year, $55 million. Keep dominating the inside. Holcomb's been playing very well. We'll give you a 5-year deal. Just under $5 million cap hit. That looks good to me. So come back. Who didn't take it? Okay, Scary Terry. Give Scary Terry a little bit bump up and make sure we contain him for the 5th and final year of the rebuild. So at the end of the year, we did switch over from Haskins to the 1st round quarterback. He had 2 wins, a tie, and a loss. We finished 5-10-1. I don't know why. I don't know how to make of this. We're never bad enough either to get a top 5 pick. We're a 91 overall. There's something weird going on. Dwayne Haskins was terrible, and then we put in Vogel, a lot better. Look at that 12. Who would we imagine if we was our starter day 1, where he would have finished? And he's a superstar dev trait. Hell yes. Thank God we're moving on from Haskins for the final year. Geis was good. Our run game's on point. Scary Terry now a superstar X Factor, 98 overall, 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns. The rest of the offense was kind of underperforming. 102 tackles there from Foster. Still a little bit more sacks. I like seeing that. The TFLs have been great. The run defense is outstanding. I will finally take 8 sacks for Chase Young. Here I was expecting him to get double digits every year, but I'll take 8. Lana Collins with 4 picks. Yearly awards. MVP went to Deshaun Watson. NFC Offensive Player of the Year, Kyler Murray. Defensive Player of the Year went to Khalil Mack. Landon Collins coming at 8. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Lloyd Vogel. Played 4 games, and he did enough to get Offensive Rookie of the Year, which is dope. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're at here as we go to year 5, Super Bowl or bust. Just a really weird rebuild. So, not only did we have to free up cap, because Haskins was on his 5th-year option, it's $22 million. So, we free up $22 million of cap, and we flip our 1st-round pick to get the number 1 overall pick from the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Haskins era is over. Free agency, even though we traded for Knox, when you get a guy like TJ Hawkinson there for a young quarterback that we're going to be rolling out there, you kind of got to go all in for him. So he will be our big final splurge before year 5. That was a meme. Our team is so stacked. I don't need anything with the #1 overall pick. It was just cuz like I could arguably need a center, but centers aren't. You're not going to get a high center. So I mean, the only thing that's actually going to contribute is our running back 2, an upgrade over Bryce Love. So we're going to go Zach McAllister, and he's not even an upgrade. 73 hidden dev, but he's a nice little power block option, I guess, to complement Geis. That's a horrible #1 overall pick. 5th year. Super Bowl, our team's stacked. Like, I would argue there's probably no team higher overall. There might be 1 or 2, a handful. We're 93 overall. We got our new superstar quarterback, Lloyd Vogel. Geis, I mean, oh my, like, we brought in TJ Hawkinson on the offense. Come in and finally give us an elite option at tight end, with something that we've kind of been lacking. Even when we had Jordan Reed, he wasn't, killing it. McAllister, our first overall pick, just come in and be a backup to Geis because, whatever reason, the RB2 in this sim and in this scheme does get a lot of touches. Defensively, no changes. Everything remains the same, but like literally the lowest overall starter on this defense is an 86. So the fact that we've yet to even sniff, we haven't even been close to going 500. I just feel like this is a cursed rebuild. But hey, it's year 5. We get a brand new quarterback. Let's see what happens. I'm nervous. I'm very nervous. And at the end of year 5, we just made the playoffs, 10-5-1. Better late than ever to get your NFC East title. Just to show I always will just, when it's this bad, to show that there was zero tampering, zero shenanigans, like no forced wins. We played, look at that. They tried to choke it. What, we were 1, 2, 3, 4-1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-1. And we finished 10-5-1. Okay, well, we're 96 overall across the board. Statistically speaking, made the right change at going to quarterback, even though those numbers actually aren't that much better than what Dwayne Haskins was doing. Real good running attack between Geis and McAllister. Receiving 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns for Scary Terry. Easy 99. Yes, he is. I love seeing someone make the 99 club. Pretty good production from Hawkinson, who was our big late free agency addition. Defensively, 124 tackles, Reuben Foster. Picks are not great. Sacks are still terrible. Like, you bring in Chase Young, 93 overall, right? Like, dominant, and 8 sacks are the most he's, like, I don't know what's going on. If anyone knows a defensive playbook and scheme that gets sacks, let me know. Because I am struggling across the board. Almost every rebuild, my edge rushers underperform. Lamar Jackson, your MVP, is a member of the Green Bay Packers. That's stupid. Offensive Player of the Year, Lamar Jackson. Defensive Player of the Year went to Devin White. Reuben Foster coming in number 7. Individual award winners, we had no one. My God, the Packers look incredibly overpowered, but we made the playoffs. Can we make a little bit of a run here? I'll hop in if we make a run. If we're one and done, it's just the worst rebuild of all time. And we actually win 37-31. We knock off the Chicago Bears, and then we play the most overpowered team looking in the Green Bay Packers. But hey, 37-31 in this game. Vogel went for 4 touchdowns, no picks, ran the ball fairly well. Terry, oh my God, Scary Terry, one of the best rebuild sim wide receivers we've had this year. 10 catches, 183 yards, 3 touchdowns. We had 13 tackles. Finally, some sacks. 2 sacks, Montez Sweat, as we then have to take on here the Green Bay Packers. We'll play the moments in this one. I think it's going to get a little cheesy, but I have to come in and throw a bomb every now and again. I will do so. All right, we have the great Lamar Jackson now controlling things here for Green Bay. He's your MVP. I'm a little bit worried, but we're playing fairly well. Here's where we usually get caught up. It's 3rd and goal on the 4. I will say I'll limit myself to, we'll go slants cheese, clearly. I'll limit myself to, 2 Papa Bears on this game. I'll come in for 2 drives. This is one of 2 that I'm going to try and exercise as it's wide open. Mr. Steven Sims, thank you very much. 14, just because I want to see if we can get off to such a quick start that they just can't come back from it. It's looking like our defense is playing pretty well, containing Lamar Jackson here. But I just feel like it's going to be one of those games that we're going to struggle in the red zone. We're going to get a lot of field goals. But 24-10 going into the 4th quarter, 27-10. We have the lead. Let's just not choke it away. They got Lamar. Oh, we're going to get this done. We're going to secure the dub, 27-17. The Redskins are moving on to the NFC Championship game. Strong performance from Vogel. Almost 80% completion percentage, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Nice. And in the NFC Championship game, this is one you got to have if you're a Redskins fan watching this. It's against Dallas. You never want to lose to Dallas. Even when I'm Washington, I want to cheer for the Redskins just to beat Dallas. So we're up 14-10, set a full touchdown lead. Our defense is playing fairly well, containing Ezekiel Elliott and company. This defense, why don't we, like, when I just straight sim it with the team, why don't we ever play this good? But, all right, we got to feel, okay, we're down in the fourth quarter. About time for someone to make some plays. Our defense is falling flat, but we're tied 31 apiece, 3 minutes to go. We're in the red zone. We'll pop in for one play, 3rd and 1 on the 9. Dare I just cheese it with a little bit of slants? If slants is in this recommended, I will, oh, it's not even there. All right, I want to get in the gun. We're going to get in the gun. We're going to go something that's not slants. We'll go angle smash to try to get Darius guys at the backfield. They got Jalen Smith right now in coverage on him. Got goddamn Tank Lawrence. Nope. Nope. No. What was that? Again, I fumbled it, but what was that? Okay, make the field goal. 34, okay, it's not good. I was just, wasn't good mojo there. Oh, we won! What happened? They were in field goal range. I guess there just wasn't enough time. Vogel, 382 yards, 3 touchdowns, 76% completion percentage. And Super Bowl or bust is coming true. We're going to the Super Bowl in year 5. And in the Super Bowl, we're taking on the Buffalo Bills. I would love to steal victory from the jaws of defeat. I thought this rebuild was a complete write-off. Like, no chance of going down in my little Excel spreadsheet as a successful rebuild. And here we are in the Super Bowl year 5. So we're kicking a lot of field goals. That's kind of making me mad. But we got a nice little touchdown there. A defense, okay. Going back and forth here. I might need to hop in. I feel like next drive, if I get an opportunity. If I get another opportunity, it's 4th down. We're down 8. I'm going to chuck a bomb. 4th and 6. We're going for it. I like the play call. Just give me a bomb to Scary Terry or Steven Sims. And, of course, Terry's in the slot. We got Sims at the top. Oh, we got him. Oh, we got him. I don't know who that was. Levi Wallace does not stand a chance against Steven Sims. You give me a 4th and 6. I'm going to make it. We go for 2. I like it. Okay, the Bills are just scoring lots of points. 3rd down. Do I come in and throw another? Give me like a Hail Mary. 4 verts. Something like that. We'll go 4 verts. Where's my dude, Scary Terry? It's 2-minute warning. 3rd and 7. 4 verts, Scary Terry. I'm just taking shots. That's all I do from now on. I come in, take a shot. That's it. It's like a drunk chick. Okay, not great. Why is a tight end at the top of this? I don't appreciate that whatsoever. But we got Sims. He jukes. And just like that, Steven Sims, the UDFA, out of, where is he from? Kansas or something like that? Ties, well, we're an extra point away from tying the Super Bowl up at 35 apiece. We force a 3 and out. We're in overtime. Give me one bomb. Give me one. I don't even care if this is going to be pick. I just want one attempt. Sims again. He's uncoverable. Whoever, I assume they got Trey White somewhere. Levi Wallace is our matchup, and Sims beat him. Sims beat him. All I do is run 3 plays at work. And in overtime, the Washington Redskins are winning the Super Bowl because Levi Wallace is a horrible corner. Horrible corner. Sims 75 yards, walk-off touchdown here in the Super Bowl. I don't know what, is that the 4th Super Bowl? Franchise Super Bowl for the Redskins? They have like 2 or 3 right now. Either way, successful rebuild. I thought for sure this rebuild was going to go down, like I said, as an L, an absolute L. 4 years in, didn't matter. We're at 80 overall, 90 overall. We were going below 500. 6 wins, 5 wins. And then we put it all together year 5, even though we lost like 3 in a row or something stupid. Like, no, we lost, what, 5 in a row to end the year. Like, it just wanted us to fail every way, shape, or form in this rebuild. The Madden sim, the Madden world, the algorithm behind the scenes, under the hood, wanted us to fail. And we just said, you know what? Let me come in. Let me pick on one hell of a matchup against Levi Wallace, who's garbage. I'll just straight up chuck it deep 3 straight times. Because you're going to have our defense that's 96 overall just be porous. Can't stop letting the Bills score at 35. I don't even care if that was a little cheesy. I got 8 catches, 200 yards, 3 touchdowns for your Super Bowl MVP. Doesn't even have a picture in Madden. Steven Sims. We're going to hoist this Super Bowl, and we're going to go this and mark it in our little spreadsheet as a successful rebuild. We got a lot of rebuilds left. I mean, now, like, kind of what inspired me to do the Redskins, even though we have yet to officially do them, is like we're getting all these coaching changes. Like we've done a Browns rebuild, but there's going to be an organizational shift. All these brand new teams that could be going in different directions. Those could be rebuilds. Like you guys want to see like a Bengals Joe Burrow, because that seems pretty much a match made in heaven. Like it's gonna happen. That's actually not gonna lie. That's probably what I'm gonna do next. But I hope you guys did enjoy this review. Let me know what you want to see next in the comment section below. As always, if it's your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. And until next time, it's C4 saying peace out.
Money I'm spending, I'm out and I'm shopping. You talking that shit, well you talking the talking. Look at my options, look at me dropping. Ass in the game, like who are you stopping? Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. I'm way too clever. Look at the kid, Mr. Consistent, I'm doing it big. Way too persistent on taking your bitch. Here comes a monster to scare all you kids. Y'all scared, y'all scared.